Welcome, students, to another chapter in geography, that is chapter number 6, Natural Regions. This video is presented by Miss Grecienne Misquitta. The images used in this video, as well as some of the information, are taken from different sources of the internet. The different topics we are going to cover in this video are as follows: natural regions, the different types of natural regions, the tundra region, the taiga region, grasslands, and the hot desert region. Students, can you identify the different images on the screen? Yes, you very well answered. The first image is a tree house. The second image is a tower. Well, the third image displays an igloo. The fourth image displays a hut. And the fifth image displays a bungalow. Well, students, do you find all these houses next to your home or where you live? Not all of them, but some of them. But why do you not find all of them next to your houses? Because of the differences we find in those regions and places. Are you familiar with the different types of clothing? Yes, as you have many cultural day programs or annual day programs conducted in school, you are well aware of the different clothings that are found in our country. As you can see, the first image is a group of ladies wearing the Rajasthani type of outfit that belongs to the state of Rajasthan. Well, next to that is a couple wearing a South Indian outfit. And also you can see the traditional dress of Maharashtra state and Gujarat, as well as Arunachal Pradesh and Saudi Arabia. Why again is there differences in clothing of people? Well, the answer is again the same. It is because of their region. The next slide, as you can see, there are two different types of images. One image displays flora and fauna, while the other image displays food. Now, what is the meaning of flora and fauna? Flora includes all types of plant life, and fauna represents animal life, which includes all types of animals. As you can see, the second image shows us different types of food. Can you find all the types of birds and plants in this image in your surrounding? No. What about those butterflies which you can see on the screen? Can you find them in your surroundings? The red butterflies or the yellow with the brown border butterflies. Can you find these? No. Some birds are found in a specific region or place because of the geographical characteristics and climate. For example, a polar bear or penguin cannot survive in a humid climate or are surrounding in the city. There exists a large number of different things in the world than those we see in our surroundings. We see different educational and informative TV programs about wildlife. We become curious to know more about this wildlife. Well, students, let us try to find the reasons behind all of this. The diversity we find in the world in terms of climate, soil, landforms, etc., as well as the differences mainly due to the availability of sunlight and water. Because of it, it keeps on changing from the equator to the poles. These differences we find in regions due to climate and soil. It also influences the flora and fauna, human life, and food availability, which leads to the vast biodiversity around us. On the other hand, there are similarities of climate, vegetation, and animal life in different continents that spread between certain latitudes. These similarities stand out as the distinctive features. The meaning of distinctive is why it is different. As these regions stand out on the basis of natural factors, they are called natural regions. The natural environment of such regions affect the living world, including human beings. The entire land area on the earth can be divided into these natural regions. What is natural regions? Well, a natural region is basically defined as a geographical unit which is divided on the basis of its natural features such as its vegetation, soil, climate, and wildlife. The different types of natural regions are as follows: the tundra region, the taiga region, grasslands, steppes and prairies, the hot desert region, grassland, the Sudan type, and the equatorial region. The tundra region, also known as the tundra ecosystem, are found in the Arctic and on top of the mountains. The tundra region fall between 65 degrees parallel of latitude to not 90-degree parallel of latitude. The tundra region is found in Greenland, North Canada, North Europe, and North Asia. The climate of the tundra region is always cold and windy. The mean summer temperature is 10 degrees Celsius, while the mean rainfall is 25 mm to 300 mm. The rainfall is very scanty in that region. The winters are extremely cold. Its mean temperature is minus 20 degrees Celsius to minus 30 degrees Celsius. The tundra region is covered with snow for most of the year. The tundra region consists of plants that have short life. Plants that grow in tundra region include short grass, small shrubs, flowers, lichens, moss, etc. It also includes birches, junipers, and willow tree. These plants grow in groups and are mostly short. They also have very small roots and they flower quickly during the summer months, but they are also short-lived. These plants tend to have dark leaves and they absorb a lot of energy from the sun. One can find a variety of animals in the tundra region, such as a caribou, reindeer, etc. One can also find winter animals in the tundra region, such as the polar bears, foxes, walrus, and seals, including the snowy owl and the musk oxen. One can also find animals with soft and thick fur, such as the wild yak, snow leopard, etc. There are some animals that go into hibernation during the winter months. The human life of tundra region or human activity that is carried out in that region is basically hunting and fishing. One can find igloo as well as Eskimo people. Eskimos are basically those people who live in North Canada, Alaska, Greenland, etc. And they live by fishing, hunting seals and other Arctic animals and birds. Taiga is also known as a coniferous or boreal forest. A boreal forest is basically a forest that grows in regions of northern hemisphere with cold temperatures. The taiga region falls between 55 degrees parallel of latitude and 65 degrees north parallel of latitude. One can find the taiga region in Alaska to the Atlantic coast and parts of Eurasia. The region has long winters and short summers. The annual summer temperature falls between 15 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. The mean annual rainfall is between 300 millimeters to 500 millimeters. The winter temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. Rain falls during the summer and the region also experiences snowfall during the winters. The taiga forest is cold and is found in the subarctic region. The subarctic region is an area of the northern hemisphere that lies just south of the Arctic Circle. The natural vegetation one can find in the taiga region is basically spruce, fir, pine, redwood. Taiga forests are known as coniferous forests. Coniferous forests include trees and shrubs that have needle-shaped leaves. That is, the leaves are narrow pointed and the branches that are leaning towards the ground. The wood is light and soft. Coniferous trees never lose their needle shape as compared to other forests. Hence, conifers are also called as evergreens. Mosses, lichens, and mushroom cover the floor of taiga. These organisms can directly grow from the ground, but they also have shallow roots. They can survive in the cold and long winter months with very little access to water or sunlight for that matter. Just like the animals from the tundra region, the animals in the taiga region also have soft and thick fur. There is a large diversity of animals that live in the taiga region. Birds usually migrate south during the winter months. One can find caribous, elks, ermine, beavers, silver fox, minks, etc. Moose is the largest type of deer in the world and it is able to survive in the cold weather of the taiga region. The human population in the taiga is very less. The human activity that is carried in the taiga region is hunting and lumbering. Lumbering basically means a process of cutting trees for obtaining timber and other forest products for commercial purpose is known as lumbering, as well as in a small scale agricultural activities is also carried out in the taiga region. Grasslands is basically a land dominated, or you could say filled with grass rather than trees or shrubs. There are two divisions of grassland. One is the tropical grassland or savannas and the temperate grassland. A steppe is a dry grassy plain. Steppes occur in temperate climates which lie between the tropics and the polar regions. Prairies are long stretches of flat grassland with moderate temperatures, moderate rainfall, and few trees. These grasslands are found between 30 degrees parallels of latitude north and south to 55 degrees parallels of latitudes north and south in the interior parts of the continent. Steppes is found in Eurasia. Wales is found in South Africa. Wales is a flat area covered in grass. Pampas is found in South America. Prairies are found in North America. Downs are found in Australia, etc. The climate of the grassland in the summers is 27 degrees Celsius. In the winters, the temperature falls below 0 degrees Celsius, and the mean annual rainfall is between 400 millimeters to 600 millimeters. Rainfall mostly during the summer months. Natural vegetation found in these grasslands are huge grass ranches. So, grass ranches basically mean where animals come to graze a patch of grass for food. Short grasses grow in a bunch. Grass gets dried up in winter. One can find old trees. When rain falls, the grassland is covered with wild flowers, for example, milkweed, yarrow, etc. There are variety of species one can find in these grasslands. One can also find many herbivores on temperate grasslands. The wildlife includes deer, horses, dogs, wolves, bisons, rabbits, kangaroos, etc. One can also find many domesticated animals like the sheep, goat, donkeys, etc. The human activity or occupation is animal rearing or animal husbandry, which also means domestication of animals and obtaining produce from them. Earlier, people had a nomadic life. Nomadic or nomads are people who travel from one place to another. They never settle in one place. They lived in yurts. Yurts basically means tents. Kyrgyz people, that is, a group of people, are no more a nomadic tribe. They have settled and lived in good built houses and carry out farming as their occupation. Hot deserts have an extreme climate. The climate is very arid or hot. The largest hot desert in the world is the Sahara Desert in Africa. Hot deserts receive very less rainfall. It falls between 23 degrees north-south parallels of latitude to 30 degrees north-south parallel of latitudes. The location of these deserts are in the western part of the continents. Sahara Desert fall in North Africa, Colorado in North America. Kalahari Desert is found in South Africa, whereas the Thar Desert is found in Asia. The summer temperatures is between 30 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius. The region receives extreme amount of heat and very less rainfall. The mean winter temperature falls between 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. But in the night, it is very cold in this region. Natural vegetation found in the hot desert region are mostly thorny bushes with very few leaves. The leaves are narrow, oily, and have a thick bark. Once moisture in the soil is consumed, plants die. Some examples of plants found in the desert area are cactus, sisal, palm, date palm, etc. There are few animal species that are found in this desert region. For example, camel, snake, rats, lizards, scorpions, etc. There are very few animals that are domesticated, like the horse, donkeys, sheep, oxen, etc., as well as very few animals that live on the ground. During the day, these animals, like the snakes, scorpions, rats, live inside the ground. Different groups of people live in different desert regions, like the Bedouins live in the Sahara, Bushmen live in the Kalahari Desert, and the Aborigines live in Australia. Most of their basic needs get fulfilled through these animals. The agriculture is also very less and refined to the rivers and valleys and oases in the region. Oasis is basically a green fertile land found in a desert. Well, students, let's have a quick recap of all the things we learned today. We looked at how natural regions are formed. We also learned the different type of natural regions. We learned that the tundra region and the taiga region have very cold climates. We also looked at grasslands and the different type of grasslands like the steppes and prairies. We also looked in that about the vegetation that is grown in these grasslands and the animal life. The last natural region that we looked at today was the hot desert region, in which we realize that there are different deserts scattered all across the globe. And we also learned that Sahara is the largest desert in this world. We also looked at the humans living in these deserts, and they all belong to different tribes and groups in different places. Thank you, students, and hope you enjoyed this video.